Hi everyone, welcome back to Live a Little. This week I'm going to show you how to take a design from one of Hope's CDs and turn it into a cute little baby onesie. So to start, we are in CraftNCut and we are going to go to File, Import Artwork, and I'm going into the folder of my SVG original artwork for the Quilted Fall Table Runner, and I'm selecting Pumpkin. So you can see there's a lot of layers here, and I don't want all of these to be on my onesie. So what we're going to do, we need to go into the lower right corner and select and delete the layers that we don't want. We just want to use the pumpkin here. We don't need the sign or the quilting behind it, although it's very pretty. But this is what I love about Hope CDs, is that they come with the SVG artwork so you can manipulate it and make it do what you want. So I'm just going to get rid of this text. And then we can see here that there's 4 stems in my layers panel, but I only want the 3 of them. So I'm just going in and I'm deleting those extra ones. We don't need the extra coloring on them. We just want a simple stem, so it'll be easier to cut out in the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete those, and I still see that there's one more left here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag that out. And I'm just gonna change the color of that just so you guys can see what we're looking at here, and that's just some extra kind of highlighting on top of the stem that we don't need. It's just an extra step to cut for foil, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. So I've got all my pumpkins here, and what I want to do is group them all together. So I'm just going to select them all, and I am going to click group. You can click group right up here, or you can right click on it and click group. So next we're going to add some text to it. You could just stop here if you wanted to, but I want to put a cute little design on here. So I'm going to get my text tool, and you are going to just left click anywhere in the open area. So I'm going to go ahead and write the words cutest and pumpkin. And I am using a true type font that I've already installed here, and this font is called Lilybell, just a cute little cursive font. So you can see here that the text is not welded, and we want it to be all one continuous word so we don't have to cut out individual letters and weed them and foil them, because that would be a little bit tedious. So when you click on the text here, you can see all these nodes that you can kind of click and drag, but when it's text you cannot weld it because we don't want to push them up all against each other, because you see it creates those little cuts in and out of there, and we don't want that. We just want it to be all one continuous letter. So to fix that, all you're gonna do is click outline view only, just so we can get a better view of what we're looking at. We're gonna go ahead and select the text, and then we're going to right click on it and click break up text. So now we just have objects here. CraftNCut recognizes these as objects instead of a text. So what we're going to do is you can just arrange them however close you want. Just make sure that they're overlapping so it'll all be one continuous shape. You're going to select it all, click on the drop down area, and scroll over until you see weld. And there you go. So now we're going to weld the pumpkin together. Okay, so now that I have my cutest and pumpkin welded, we're gonna go ahead and break up little in the patch so that we can use them where we want. And I'm just gonna go ahead and group each line of text individually. That way it's a little bit easier for me to move them around where I want. And this is the fun part. You get to play around with it, you get to make your own design, see what works, what doesn't. and you can resize things and just play around with the layout. It's really fun. You can make things a little bit bigger or smaller. So I'm just kind of rearranging all my words here to figure out a design that I want. Now, if you want to center any of these lines of text, here's what you're going to do. You're going to select both lines of text. We're going to go up to the menu on the drop-down menu, and we are going to find the horizontal center align. Click on that and you can see it aligns it, and once it's aligned, you can just group them together so they stay together. And since we are cutting this out with heat transfer foil on a scan and cut machine, we are going to want to flip the text so that you can read it and you can drag it to scale. And the last thing we're going to do is click on the save to cut, and that's going to just give us all our settings. So make sure you just select the brand of cutter and the material that you're going to cut, and it's going to give you all of the settings for your onesie. And that is it, guys. Look how adorable this cute onesie turned out. And we used the Quilted Fall Table Runner embroidery CD, which comes with the original SVG artwork. So this is just an example to show you that you can truly create something completely unique and different with all of these CDs. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another video next week.